Hello, hello. Wow, they're all popping in. Sorry, I thought I had already started this, but now we've got people popping in. Now the eye is there. No wonder. Okay. Thought we had started, but I was enjoying the music. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. I know we do it all the time. Welcome in and good morning, Claudine.
Good morning, Julie. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
And how's everyone else out there?
We'll
How's
see.
your wonderful Tuesday morning going, everybody?
Here they come.
It's
Jess and
going
Curti.
well.
Hello.
It is going very well for me. I am just over here, just relaxing and breathing in on my breath. um, so yeah, you guys welcome in. You guys can see at the bottom she's got like stuff scrolling of the events and things that she's doing and what's going on. So that's kind of cool how she does that. Um,
Well, we also have this one.
so I guess I'll just go ahead and I'll get the legalities out of the way. How about that? Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So for our protection, we have to go through over this stuff every time we go live, you guys. So I just want everyone to know that we are here for entertainment purposes only. But what we talk about and what we say is very serious for both of us. We come from our own anecdotal perspectives of things that I've been through personally and things that Julie's been through personally and people that we have helped. I am a alternative medicine practitioner in the state of Arizona, and my facilities in the city of Glendale. And so I do talk on a lot of my clients and what I see. I don't mention their names unless they want their names mentioned and they come on our live, which some of you guys know, like Nova. But anyways, we just talk about our bold perspectives and real life wisdom. We bring our real life wisdom to the table. Together, we explore spirituality, healing, hidden truths, and the everyday challenges of just being human, you guys. So that's what we do. And like I said, this is our stuff. And it's for those who have the eyes see it and for those who have the ears to hear it. And we always love to hear other perspectives too. Bring it to the table, no one's right, no one's wrong. We all have our own experiences with everything. So that is what I have to open. Oh, and I'm sorry, there's one more thing I have to get out there too. We are not doctors, we are not nurses. We don't know much about or anything about the Western medical field. Like I said, we just come with our own perspective and our anecdotal evidence that we've seen ourselves. Um, and today, there's one thing I want to get out of the way really quick because I want to dedicate this show to my friend Anthony Bruns, who was born on May 4th, 1995, and we lost him on September 21st. It's been a while, but the family, we just had his celebration of life on Saturday, and I didn't want to do anything until that was done, just for respect of the family. His funeral was several weeks ago. He was born in Minnesota. I'm sorry. He was born in Minnesota and buried in Minnesota. So he was a dear friend of mine and three of my children. And I just wanted to dedicate this show to him because he was a loving being, very loving being. And I got to say his famous word that he was known for, good vibes. So he used to go around always saying good vibes with his hand up. um, And today I wanted to talk about it's probably not going to go for 2 hours unless you guys we stretch it out for 2 hours. But I was thinking, and this is something that I've been thinking about, you guys, but it's really hard to talk about and hard to explain. And it's it's something that most people miss. They miss it, and it's the first breath of the day. What are the first things you usually do when you wake up? So you guys go ahead and list your guys' rituals, and I'd love to hear them. Uh-oh, is my voice going to come back at me now?
Maybe a little.
Because the first breath in the morning isn't random, you guys. It's the first exchange between you and life.
You are really, the voice is very strange. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jess. Hi, Anama. Claudine, are you still there? Because we can't. Yeah, and you're frozen too. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Nice. Okay, this is. I'm going to put Jess while you're hopefully finding a different mode. When I wake up and lay there and breathe deeply, think of at least 5 things that I'm grateful for. Every breath we breathe is the name of the Creator. Very true, Claudia. Exactly. So that helps. Have you just started doing this, or have you been doing this for a while, Jess? Oh, so that's 6. Beautiful. Oh, Claudine is on. She just can't get back in until I toggle her in. Hi, toggled.
My glasses keep sliding down, you guys. I don't know why.
Is
I
this a
did.
different pair of glasses than you usually wear?
No, and I got
Oh,
my blue light ones on,
I
and
see that.
so yeah, and but I don't know. I think they stretched out a little too much. I did order some new ones. I'm gonna try to take these ones in to see if they can fix them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. They just keep sliding down my nose. So I feel like a really old librarian lady. I mean, okay. So let's. Can you guys hear me? Okay, is everything good? Are we ready to go?
Everything's good now. Yeah, everything's good now. And this
Okay.
is what Jess had. You
Okay,
can
did you
see that.
guys hear me say about that? The first breath isn't random. It's the first exchange between you and life. Okay, and then Jess wrote some. Let me see. But some days it's hard. Hello, I want to.
Spring out of bed.
Oh yeah, Jess. Okay, so Jess is feeling this one too.
Interesting.
Okay, I just love her so much.
Yeah.
So if we meet this breath unconsciously, the day follows unconsciously. If we meet it with awareness, the day becomes guided by your spirit. And this is practice. This just merely is practice, you guys. And so learning the power of the first breath is practice. It's just really is practice. Jess could probably chime in here. How long have you been doing it, Jess? Noticing your first breath right when you wake up. Um, the the first breath isn't just spiritual. It is spiritual, not just physical. Even though we feel it on such a physical, we're coming out of dream state into this human reality that we live. I'm just kind of curious if anyone even pays attention to that, because I sure do. I love that part of the day, and I always meet it with gratitude. Always, I am always happy that I made it to the next day. I'm going to have another day on this planet. Um, and I'm just very grateful. I'm grateful for everything. Grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm always grateful for my bed. I, this morning when I met it, I was just so grateful that it was cold, that I was freezing. I know that's such a crazy thing to be grateful for, but it not here, not where you, not if you live where I live.
No.
Um, no, uh, it is the bridge between sleep and consciousness. I feel. it kind of it asks, it's kind of the spirit saying, will you live consciously today?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a time in the morning where you can put your hand on your heart or on your belly, and breathe that in. Is there any comments coming in? I really need some engagement on this one today, you guys, because this is
Okay.
just such a short topic, I guess. I think we could make it a pretty good topic, a long topic. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Curti says, I wake up and put my first step on the floor and thank Mother Earth for keeping me healthy and safe. Oh, I
Oh,
like that.
that's a good one. That's a
She's
good one.
Jess has been doing it a couple years. The sunrise is another big one. Watching the day rise, yes.
I
And
know, I know.
Thursday mornings, especially this time of year, I head out to my walk and I take a picture first thing in the morning, and the sun has not risen yet. A couple weeks ago, it was as the sun was rising. And I'll put it this way, over the Superstition Mountains. I've always
Um,
wanted to enjoy that. And now every Thursday I'm enjoying that. And it's the most beautiful thing. It really is.
isn't it just so awesome just to watch Mother do her thing? And I don't know if in the other states that you guys are in, or the other, no, we got people who watch from other countries and other states. Um, are you noticing with this? I guess we're in a government shutdown. The chemtrails stopped for a while.
Oh, they're going crazy now.
Now they're going crazy. Indeed, you know what? When did you notice that they started flaring up the skies again?
Saturday, I
Uh-huh,
know.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Saturday. I agree with you because I was out there checking you guys. But what I notice is the difference with no chemtrails just for like a couple weeks, you guys. It
Yeah.
was kind of like back when we were in COVID and they were having the chemtrails. And the sunset and the sunrise is so different. The clouds are so different.
Oh, and these chemtrails are different. They're spreading out a lot more than they used to. They're,
Really? Okay.
yeah, they're
Okay.
crazy. And you can
I know
tell the difference between
you can
natural.
totally tell the difference in the air, in your breath. Like I noticed it. That is your awareness, you guys. Right there, that is that that's growth in your awareness when you can feel that and see that. Well, we can all see it, but when you can feel it.
You can go ahead and read it so that everybody can hear it because not everybody's reading.
Okay. Guys, I got mosquitoes over here that I'm killing.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll go ahead and read it. You're going to read it?
no, go ahead.
Okay. Before the industrial period, we used to go to sleep when the sun set. Around 12 to 3 a.m., we would wake up and pray, take care of the animals, walk, meditate, then we'd go back to sleep and rise with the sun. Yes. Yes. Thank you,
Jess,
Jess.
that's facts, you guys. That was before uh imitation light, before light bulbs. They did no, I've read that. I've read that many times in all kinds of books and uh there, gosh, Jess, where is this information at? I've read it. Where was I at? What was the book and who was the guy that wrote it? He's very well known. And he wrote that and he said even they would wake up, they'd go to bed as soon as the sun would set, they'd go to sleep, they'd wake up around, I guess between anywhere midnight to 3 in the morning. And yeah, they would feed the animals, they do reading, they would do prayer, and sometimes it was even a time for lovemaking. So and this was before artificial light bulbs and all that stuff was created. Um, I believe what changed our way of sleeping, our circadia rhythm,
Mhm.
I think was the false light. I mean, not the false light, but the imitation lights. And then we were able to. Then we just started sleeping more. And then, of course, industrial came in, and they wanted us at work earlier. And but we changed it. But yeah, that's a good one, Jess. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go back to something like that. That'd be. I feel like we'd get more done.
Well, being off grid too is very helpful. Oh,
Yes.
and just as we need to go back to basics.
Oh, 1000%. That's new earth. That's all about getting into new earth is going back to back to the basics.
Yeah.
But
And
not like hmm?
she says she's going to do a video on it. So let
Oh,
us know when
good.
you get that video out. We'll definitely promote it.
Yes, I've been saying that for eons. We've got to get back to the basics. It's a good start for new earth. And bring back, all of our ancestral traditions because they were doing it so much. They were doing it right. They're way healthier than what we are. Um, there's that space before thought when you wake up. There's that fragile pause the moment you wake, before movement, before your identity returns. That's the gateway of that moment. I guess I'm trying to explain. It's the gateway to your higher self at that moment. Um, it's very important. I really believe that it sets the tone for how your day is going to be. I mean, do you even notice your first breath? Do you, Julie? Have you ever noticed your first breath when you wake up? Or
It just depends because sometimes as I'm waking up from sleep, a thought, a message, or other things pop in my head so that I don't usually notice it when that happens because I'm so entranced in that message or view.
and then we get pulled out of that sacred moment.
Yeah.
Phone, kids, anxiety, routine. It comes in
Or
really quick.
noises. Today, my window is open and somebody was smoking outside. You guys know how much I love smoking. It's like, ah, I just pulled the cover over my face and went back to sleep.
They were smoking outside your window.
I could smell it. It's like, oh. I felt like yelling at him or putting tape out there and saying, this is a no smoking zone. Stay away. I don't think the HOA would be too happy about that.
Well, what is it? Were they like doing yard work or something by your place?
No, somebody was just probably walking a dog, most likely. So,
Mm.
anyway, it happens. Ooh,
Oh,
I'm going to name it Let's Get Practical, a practice guide to alignment, back to the basics with Jess Mercer. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, breath is like a teacher for me. Um, Breath reveals emotional truth. Breath slows what the spirit has been holding. And my favorite thing about breath, you guys, oh my gosh, is the release that it gives. You guys feeling that one? It
Mhm.
does. You know that saying, inhale the bullshit, exhale, how's that saying go? Breathe in the BS, exhale the BS, something like that. But I also like to use
No,
the
no.
the one quote I like, there's some kind of a quote. I see it on t-shirts a lot.
Okay.
I forgot how it goes. But anyways, every inhale, you're receiving life.
Mm-hmm.
Breath is consciousness, right? And then every exhale, you let it go. So that's what I call the release and renewal of breath. Whenever I do my breathing, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing for renewal and release. I don't know how many, I practice breathing a lot. Do you, Julie? Do you do a lot of breathing exercises?
No, I need to do more. I need to really work on my breath.
Wim Hof, they call it Wim Hof.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm. It's a
Kurti,
practice.
I know you're here. What is the breath work called? Those in India have. It starts
Oh
with
yeah,
a P.
that's like their religion.
Yeah.
Being,
Oh, inhale positivity, exhale BS.
yeah. Yep, that's it. I see that on shirts a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You don't inhale BS. We don't want the BS. We got enough. We gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I've seen it on t-shirts. I like the one every inhale is receiving life and every exhale is letting go. That's the one I use.
Oh, I like that. And we are carbon-based bodies and release carbon through our breath. Yes.
Yes,
So, what
indeed.
breath exercises do you use? Because I know there's many.
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so remember, I worked with Yogi Josh for a really long time. I worked with a yogi. So that's what he taught. He taught Wim Hof. So he taught me so much stuff. Really heavy breathing through the nose, which I'd always make sure I had a Kleenex because you never know what you're gonna blow out. So I do a lot of heavy breathing. I do a lot of light breathing. Um, on the exhale, I release tension, regret, fear. I let it all out. In the inhale, I call in gratitude, strength, renewal. Like I demand this. I mean, what do you guys feel on your release when you're being conscious on your breath? So yeah, that's what I do. It's always different, but a lot of it is releasing my tension, my regret, and this works on the vagus nerve, you guys, your nerves, your parasympathetic, your sympathetic, all these different nerves that we have in our body. I really want to do a deep dive on one of our shows, and it's going to be our future shows on the vagus nerve. We're going to get deep on this, and I'm going to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it until we have all of this stuff memorized, you guys. We're just doing it. It's very important, but breath is going to be is the first thing that everyone needs to get down first when you get breath. See, to me, breath is consciousness. If Where are you getting your breath from? Where does your breath come from? I mean, I know that the heart pumps in the oxygen and all that stuff, but really, what happens God's got that kill switch on your breath. The creation of life you were given, the breath of life, the golden dust of life, the breath. So without breath, you don't exist at all. So it's consciousness, it's everything. To me, it is. And like I said, it's inhaling and exhaling all of those different feelings and stuff. It really has helped me a lot with my teachings. It helped me a lot when I was a mom. I wish I would have known more about this. Okay, so here's an experience. Here's an example, you guys. I know a lot of you women who have given birth can relate to this, but giving birth, and I gave birth the first time in my life very young. I was 18 years old when I gave birth, all natural. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Knew nothing. I was just a kid myself. But breath is what got me through that labor. That's when I knew that it was big. Breath meant way more than anything that anyone had ever told me. Without it, I don't know how I would have gotten through my 5 births that I went natural. Without it, it's what I used. I called it breathing with God and Mother Gaia. As long as I breathed with them, because Mother Gaia had my body, my spirit. Why God held my hand, and breathing with them was what is what helped me handle the next pain, because it's very painful. A watermelon coming out of a pee hole, let me tell you. And I did all vaginal. I never had a C-section or anything. Thank God.
3
I
for
know.
me. I had 3.
Ooh, bless you. Bless you. I think that a C-section is probably one of the most dangerous surgeries anybody could ever go through.
Mm.
I mean,
Well, I knew a lady, she's older than me,
mhm.
okay? She had 5 C-sections. Her son, one of her sons was my age. I think her middle son, I'm not sure. Anyway, 5 children. And she said, "Oh, they just ended up putting a zipper in me." And it's like, they wouldn't let me get beyond 3. They said, "No, you're done." And it's like, "What do you mean I'm done? I can have more." "No, you're done." They didn't they didn't explain fully. They just said, "No, you've had enough." And it's like, whatever. And I'm glad that I had the C-sections. I had to. As they explained to me, either we stretch um, you out 5 inches, or we try and squeeze your son's head through something that's 5 inches too small. Your choice, C-section.
Mhm.
And then they checked again on the next one. Nope, can't have regular. And he was bigger than the first one. And the last one, the nurse who'd been doing it for 30 years said to me, this one's not going to be more than 6 pounds, 9 ounces. I said, no. They said he's going to be bigger than that because he's my last one. And the one before was 8 pounds, 3 ounces. Okay. He was 8 pounds, 9 ounces. And the 2 doctors, the pediatrician was there. So there must have been a reason why I needed a pediatrician along with the gynecologist. But the pediatrician was doing his best to get my son out of there. And the obstetrician was saying, "Pull, what do you think I'm doing?" The gurney was moving. That's how much he was pulling. So yeah, it's not the easiest thing to
Wow.
do. But I remember that because I was awake for that one. The other 2 I was not awake for, but this one it's like, and I didn't see the nurse. The nurse did not come by to see me to say, "You were right." No, she is, dang it. She was 2 pounds off.
Oh, now did you do any breath work during any of that? I mean, because that's a lot. I mean, that's scary stuff.
Well, I took the Lamaze classes. I did.
Mhm.
And in the Lamaze class, and where I had it does not exist anymore. But I went there, and there were 10 of us, and they're looking around, and they say 2 out of 10 will have C-sections and not have a vaginal birth. And everyone looked at me. Everyone looked at me. And I was one of the 10, not one of the 2. So I don't know who the other one was, but yes, I had a C-section. So I had to prepare
They
for both.
totally jinxed you.
Hmm? They
They
they could
jinxed
have, but I learned the breathing from that, and so preparing for it was okay. I didn't feel the the first the first time I felt something,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't feel like I was in labor. So I went into the doctor's office just to get checked, and a friend of mine was there too, and she was having Braxton Hicks. But I went in, and they said we need to get you in the hospital. You're in full blown labor. No, I'm not. I couldn't feel anything. Just discomfort, just oddness, but nothing direct. And so I went in, and yeah, the guy was a jokester. I tell you, he he was telling me about we can stretch him or stretch you. And it's like no, on both. We'll do the C-section. And he says, "Okay, so which are you looking for?" I said, "I want a boy." So do you want me to put it back in if to grow the rest of the plumbing? I said, "No, not at all." And then um, when I was recovering, when I was waking up, he said, "You have pink buttons." I didn't have any blue ones. That was his way of telling me I had a boy.
Oh.
But he put pink buttons on me to keep the stitches um, secured. Yeah,
And they put you to sleep for this?
yeah. They had to as emergency C-section. When I got to the hospital, they broke the water themselves, and it wasn't pretty.
Hmm.
And my son was in panic mode. So yeah, it happened. So
Wow.
it, but I'm very thankful because what other women have gone through to get back into shape vaginally, I didn't have to deal with that, people. I did not have to deal with it. I was already in shape and never got out of shape. Just saying. So there's
No,
always
but you have a
silver lining.
major scar tissue that's across your belly.
Yeah, it's a smile. They didn't do the old fashioned ones, and they didn't cut. It's yeah, it's a smile. Um, and they didn't go vertical because and open up like they used to. No, they didn't do that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's not that bad. The adhesions were bad, internal, but and welcome in Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor has asked that I put something up just for him this morning. We talked yesterday, and here it is. Let me get all the other stuff out of here so you can
Oh, I
see.
love this. Yeah, he sent me this. Oh, no, no, no. He sent me something else.
Okay. This was the four agreements because we've got to remember. And I know it says your, but I am impeccable with my word. I do not take anything personally. I make I do not make assumptions and I always do my best. Okay, Victor, you got it? All right, I'm going to bring it down because Victor asked me to put that up so he can take that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong way. There he goes. So
I
that
like
was
that. That was really cool. He sent me a diagram on where body stores uh, trauma. There's a
oh, cool.
yeah, it's really neat. Yeah, I really like it. So that's probably what we're gonna do when we all do our live together. But we gotta wait for Ann. We gotta wait till after this month's over with because Ann's doing that whole
Yeah.
4 week straight
But
work.
then she's got December, and I don't know how busy it is down in uh, summertime down where she's at because it's
It's
summertime.
always busy. It's always busy where she's at because she's in tourist attraction. So I have
Uh,
never, yeah, I don't think that lady has ever said, "Oh, I had a really nice slow night at work last night." It's she's told me from the minute she puts her foot on that floor until the minute she leaves, the place is it's packed. So
Aw,
yeah,
we got to
which
figure out where that is so we can go
I
visit.
know in Australia. So we got to go. Yeah, she's right. She lives in a very, very beautiful area right off the beach. So
Oh,
um, it's a tourist attraction there, Palm Beach, Australia. So she's in the action. She's right there in the middle of the action. So lucky her. She walks to work. Yeah, that's how close it is. So
oh,
Anne
you're
pretty
welcome.
much goes everywhere. Yeah, she doesn't drive. Anne doesn't drive. She owns a car though.
But she doesn't drive.
She doesn't drive.
Um, yeah, the thought of spending all that money on a car and not utilizing it, nah, I'd sell
Her
it.
boyfriend drives it. Her boyfriend drives her around, and he goes to work and stuff. I know it's both of their cars, but anyways, I just think
Oh,
it's so funny that someone who owns a car they don't even drive. But she says it's too nerve wracking. I just think the way that she was raised was just different. She's just didn't have to have a car. Being from Thailand and then in Australia, you just don't have to. It's not a necessity.
it's sort
So,
of like New York City. You
mm,
don't need that
indeed,
car.
indeed,
And
yeah. Nobody owns a car in New York City. Yeah, yeah,
New York City. Yeah.
yes. That I gotta try. I gotta go there one day. I really do. I gotta go experience that. But you know, personally, um, I've learned through my healing with breath. We'll get back on the breath.
Yes.
Uh, the noise. I've come to the conclusion with breath and with my healing and everything I've been through, you guys, with using it. I'm not the noise in my mind is not mine. I just notice the noise in my mind. Um, like the mind reacts, the awareness observes, and then the breath returns me back to my awareness. This is the stuff that I've noticed in my healing journey with breath. So, you know, you're not the noise in your mind. And that's the number one thing I have to say with breath work, that I came to a conclusion. That was the first thing of part of my healing. Yeah. And it helps you and it helped me notice the noise that's always in my mind, all that chatter. Da, 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 da. And through breath work, I've been able to just tone that down, push it down. I want to say I'm going on 5 years of what I call no mind noise. It's gone, you guys. I don't ever have it. Unless my parasympathetic nerve gets activated, like with some but I instantly notice it because that raises my cortisol and I start to get a little bit of a sweat. I start to get a little bit of clamminess in my hand. And that is when I recognize, oh, okay, hold on, Claudine, just to breathe this. Because then the noise will start to, the thoughts start going. "Arr!" But, anyways, and then I'm able to hone that down and look at those thoughts from just float by. I just let the thoughts flow by, get it out of my system, and I just breathe it. I breathe through it. I don't know how many people out there have also been able to master this. If you have, please let me know because it's a huge, huge graduation step in controlling your mind. And my mind does not control me. So, and it also has helped a lot too, you guys, that I have detoxed so many parasites out of my body.
And they continue.
And it continues, you guys. It really does. I had a really crazy week last week. No, actually, like it was the weekend, like Friday to yesterday. So it's still continuing.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys. I don't have the answers. All I can say is I'm still having a lot of crazy foreign objects coming out of me, different ones all the time. And
Are we saying objects or critters?
critters, aliens. I just like to call them aliens. Really, I do. I do. They're parasites, but no, they're aliens. Um, I can tell you guys that my back, up and down my back, has been itching me really bad for about a month. Like I'm all scratched up, you guys, from my back scratcher and stuff. And that's how I knew that was the parasites. Um, Back in the day, I'm going to say probably about 5 or 4 years ago when this all started, I used to feel these tingling uh, sensations up and down my back, and it tickled, and it didn't itch, it just tickled, and it felt good. It felt really just this tingle that would go up and down my spine like 5, 6 years ago. That would happen, and it happened almost every morning. I thought at that time, because my awareness isn't where it is now, I thought those were activation codes.
Ooh.
Those were parasites swimming up and down my spine, I believe. And that is what I'm getting out now. I did change my detox a little bit. I added saffron
Ooh.
to my detox. Yep, I've been using a lot of saffron. I was called to do it. Come to find out, that sure in the heck will trigger your detox in a way that takes it to another level. And it sure has done that with me. And like I said, my back was itching. My back's not so itchy anymore. It's like half of what it was. But I did get out two different types of parasites. I got out one that was a nest. It was a nest of them, literally a nest. And then last night was just a great big, like a long one. Very, I do have a picture of it, but with a very thick, thick, thick biofilm around it, strong biofilm. So I don't know, you guys. I just keep going on with this detox, keep doing what I'm doing. And I don't know if they'll ever stop coming out. I really don't, because the toxins are everywhere. The free radicals are everywhere. The heavy metals are everywhere, just in my breath. All I know is that I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And at least they're not sticking in my body anymore, and they're literally coming out. And like I said, I know that they're parasites, aliens, foreign bodies, objects, whatever you want to call them, because they come out separate. It's not, they don't, maybe they do come out with my regular bowel movement, but I don't see those. I don't dig through that.
No.
Um, no. Um, Yay for those. If they, that's how I look at it. I can tell you that I know what really killed them by the color that they come out, except for these last two that came out. I couldn't tell you because they're a way different color than they ever have. Sometimes the beet juice will kill them. Sometimes it's the chlorophyll. Sometimes it's the magnesium. I'm wondering if the magnesium isn't what didn't really help get these ones out these last couple of days. I've been doing a high magnesium now for about 6
Okay.
weeks.
And
So
what is the magnesium that you are using? And are you doing it internally?
yes, I am taking them. Yeah, the citrate. I'm doing the citrate, and then the glycerate
Okay. So you are doing this citrate on your body,
on my
and
body.
the glyce whatever,
The glycerate,
that
yeah,
one you're taking
eternally
internal.
every night. Yeah, and that one helps with sleep and cortisol. So that's why I started doing that one. I was called to that one, and I'm seeing some. I am seeing some results in it with it, and I'm noticing body absorption, absorbing my food better. Like that I am getting very, very healthy, you guys, because once I eat something, less than 24 hours, it's all coming out of me, and I know that's a very good sign. Um, because I eat by 5 o'clock. I don't eat nothing after 5 o'clock. And then by the time sometimes 3, 4 in the morning, I know it's a bummer, but I sometimes have to go to the bathroom. Sometimes I can hold it and just wait until like 4, 5 and get up. But yeah. So my system is clearing itself out from what I ate the day before, like I said, in less than 24 hours, which I know is a good sign. I've never been like that before. So I've always suffered from constipation. So I had severe chronic constipation, in fact. So, anyways, back to the breath. I guess we'll go back to our topic. Um,
Well, the breath too. By going to Lamaze, that's you learn breathing for pregnancy. That did
mhm.
help with the C sections as well, because
That's
I
what I
don't
was
know if you,
wondering.
yeah, it did because I knew when to breathe, and it helped me. Well, I didn't have any pain the first time, but for those of you who know what an epidural is, and for those who do not, we have to have epidurals to have a C-section. At least they used to. This is back in the 80s. Um, and that is a very scary thing. They don't show you the needle, but it's extremely long. So you don't want to do the, no, no. You have to do slow breathing for that one when it comes in. And the anesthesiologist for this, what was it, the third one or the second one? I can't remember. I think it was the third one, where I was telling myself, okay, this is normal, and trying to breathe and all that through it. And the anesthesiologist, oh, glad I'm doing this right. And it's like, the guy was being obnoxious. I'm glad he was doing it right too, but I was trying to keep myself on track because I know how long those needles are. And those are scary. I don't like needles anyway. So I had to use the breathing techniques to get by. But when I said something out loud and he was all obnoxious about it, and it's like, you need to learn how to deal with women when they're in this thing. How many, I hope his wife had 15 kids and he was there for each one of them and had to deal with her and her hormones going crazy while having vaginal births. I'd love
I
to
don't think
see him.
men should be anywhere around when babies are being born. That's just my personal.
Well,
It's
if
it's
you,
a female thing.
well, I've loved this. I love to see the ones where the woman is just, I think it's been movies where they're grabbing the hands of the guy. You did this to me, and just screaming at them. That's what the guy deserved. That's what I'm saying. He needed his wife to get after him for impregnating her, because we all, I mean, the women who go through this need. I'm not saying pampering or feeling sorry for them. No, but support, definite support. And for somebody to be obnoxious when you're in the middle of a 6 to 8 inch needle along your spine, it's scary as hell. I'm just saying, it's very, very scary. So please, anybody out there, don't be an obnoxious jerk. I know it was 40 years ago, but still, it's not a good thing. And I hope,
I prefer to see the men out of the prenatal and the whole birthing thing. I don't think that they have it's not their lane. It is not their lane at all. It should be done strictly through the women. It is a woman thing. That is our lane. And only a woman is going to give the support we truly need. Now, if the dad wants to be there, I get that. And
well,
he's there
that's
to
what it,
support. He's there to support. I think it's important for the dad to be there, perhaps maybe to see what the mom is going through, the wife is going through, girlfriend, whatever it is. But to me, I think for me, an ideal birth, if I would have known what I know now before I had my children, I would have been doing it in water, natural water. I believe that's the way that we're supposed to give birth, is in the water pool. And I believe that there should be a song played for a child every time a child is born. I do believe up in heaven that a song is probably played every time a soul comes to this planet. And
Yeah.
that's their song of their name. I
Oh,
learned a lot about this through Lemuria. I took a lot of Lemuria classes, Atlantis, whatever you want to call it. But I that kind of stuff
okay.
just resonated with me when I learned how the Lemurians gave birth and how they did it. And I was like, that's proper. That is a proper way to give birth and probably the most comfortable way to do it. Um, Again, I am just a female who's done it 5 times natural. So I kind of feel like I know a little something about childbirth. So,
Yep.
and,
Me too.
what got me through, I am telling you guys, 1000% was breath, was breathing. And the very first time I gave birth at 18 years old, I knew there was something about breath. I knew it, but I couldn't put my fingers on it because, here again, I'm 18. I don't have, any really good teachers in my life. I just have a lot of religious people. You know what I mean? And they're more focused on because I wasn't married. They're more focused on what I wasn't doing right. You know,
Yes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that was religion. So, but that was my journey. So my healing, you know, like I said, through breath, I did a lot of healing and it has to do, like I said, that breath is also what got rid of the chatter in my mind, um, and helped me bring my awareness, be more observant. Breath always returned me back to my awareness. It does today. It's my thing. It really is. Um, Can you guys please share your experiences with breath in childbirth and if you're a man and of course or maybe you've seen someone give birth. Maybe I do believe that my husband was back there, breathing and panting himself, oh my gosh, it was very intense. Uh Now, okay, you guys, when I had my fourth child, they I don't remember why, but they induced my labor, and that was the worst thing ever. That was
Yeah.
that I don't I oh woo, woo, I'm so glad I never did that with my first 3 pregnancies, my 3 times giving birth. But when they induced me, I went into hyperventilation. I'm in hardcore labor and I start hyperventilating. And I blame that inducing whatever it is that they put in to
Yeah.
induce you. It was totally that, and that was I thought I was gonna die. That was the hardest birth I had out of the 5 kids was the 4th one, and then but once was able to come and through breath, you guys, I worked through that, like, that was the worst ever, and then I was able to get him out, which he was a big baby. He was, like, about 9 pounds, a
Wow.
little over 9 pounds, yeah, and I got him out in 3 pushes.
Wow. But for
Through
them to,
breath. Through breath.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what the Lamaze classes are about, the breath work to get you
Mhm.
through the
Mhm.
pregnancy. Yes.
Mhm. Yep, through breath and pushing from my bum. And that is how I got him out in 3 pushes, and he was a big, strong boy. As soon as he was born September 30th, and I couldn't wait to he was the only child that I got nude pictures done because he was just one big muscle. I thought it was so
Wow.
cool. He was a huge muscle. He still is to this day. He's my Viking child. He's very got that Viking, yeah, very strong. Anything I need, I will call my Jordan because he is such a strong man. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, breath is just has always been very important to me, and I'm glad that I'm able here to talk about how it helps so much with healing.
Yeah. And it helps reduce the pain while you're going through it.
Hmm.
Uh, when I get a pain, of course, my breath catches immediately, but it's like, okay, you know how to do this, and then just slowly do it so it gets better. As my kids were growing up, since I had all this wisdom on the Lamaze breathing, I would teach them when they were having trouble sleeping, when their emotions got up, we would do the breathing together. So it
It,
helped out
it's
a lot.
it's so important for the vagus vein, the nervous system, all of that. That is the answer to healing your nervous system along with your cells.
It's Victor.
She does. She sure does. That's what, that's probably the biggest thing I hope you guys take away from this is that when you breathe with the universe, life is so much easier. It really is. Because we're always moving faster, doing, thinking, reacting too quick, too quick. But that's the brainwashing. That is the brainwashing that we've been under. Um, Here's a thought. How does your mind usually greet you in the morning?
How does your mind greet you in the morning?
With sovereignty, peace, love, gratitude. The first thing I do when I come out of that awareness from sleep to my earthly reality, the first thing I'm telling you, I'm just so grateful to have another day. And that is what the first thing that comes to me as soon as I come out of that state, and I can feel my heart just filled with the gratitude. And that sets my tone for the day. It really does. If I'm woken up with chaos, like, okay, when the cats broke in, here's an example. The cats
Cats
broke into
broke
the
in?
house, came into the house and came and attacked Jewel Moon. Oh, indeed. Yeah, that happened.
When was that?
Oh gosh, like 6 months ago, maybe.
Oh,
I'm just an experience, this is just something that I'm, just putting out there that when I was woken up that way, that it set my tone very good for that day. I remember I had like a really crazy day. I kind of had a bad day. Well, I just didn't have the days that I normally do, but because I woke up in such chaos, I broke my glass jug that morning. I
oh
lost my
no.
keys.
It's almost like go back to bed.
Yeah, like you bumped your head, so it that taught me, oh geez, that's when I really started focusing and noticing the first breath of when you first wake up. And that's when, that was brought to my awareness. And then I just kept thinking about that all week, and over the weekend I just kept thinking about breath, and so that's why I'm doing this show on it. I just said, "Oh, you know what, maybe this is what I need to be talking about today." I just go with it, you guys.
Yeah. Well, another thing about breath is your posture. Because
Hmm.
when you're slumped and all, it's harder to breathe. And you make it
Hmm.
difficult. You scrunch your diaphragm and everything together.
Your head pushes out like more forward, your shoulders come out, and that is what messes up your vagus vein right up in here. That ends, that starts up here in your skull, up here in the head. And it causes that pain, you guys, that goes right in here. The stress, right in here in your traps, all the way into your neck. When
And it
you're
helps
breathing, push it
increase
up. Mm-hmm,
cortisol.
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that's one of the things they've been really after me about is my posture. Because I'm walking, and I do a lot of walking every day. I try to walk at least 5 miles. And every once in a while, it's like I jerk to pull back my shoulders, bring them down, and put my head up more because I keep forgetting, and I'm in another plane and thinking of other things or just meditating,
Going. Mhm,
all
mhm,
that stuff, and
and
then
you're
all of a
just
sudden
getting
it's like, oops,
comfortable,
yeah,
you get comfortable be bound down here and being, slouched. Now, my grandma is the one who taught me posture and standing up and being up, because my grandma was top heavy like me. And my grandma knew that I was going to be top heavy. And so she would always just come on my back. And when she would see me slouching as a kid and a young adult, she would just kind of put her hands up and down my back to remind me to sit up, because she didn't want to see what happened to her happen to me. And that's where she got the hunchback, because her boobs were so big. They really were. They took 5 pounds off of each one of them, and she was like a triple D. So she was very big, and it caused a lot of pain for her. Now, I do the same thing to my daughter, because my daughter's 6 foot tall. So I would always, and I still do it sometimes, I will touch the back of her back and she'll know, oh, I got to put my posture up again. And it's just a reminder that I'm very lucky my grandma taught me that. So my posture is usually pretty good. It's something that I'm always aware of, because it was what I was taught.
Yes, go with the flow is what the sport team over here helped me after all what happened here. Still in the healing, but learn, hold the ground, say no, yes. Thank you, Victor.
How does your mind usually greet you in the morning? Like, you guys answered these, like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, how does your mind usually greet you? Like, pay attention to it, notice it. This is like super simple. This is something that is so simple to do and to get your day started in a positive way. And trust me, it becomes habit. It really does. It's, and then maybe we could talk about one time about what it's like before, when you go to sleep, because this is another transition from the wakefulness to this going to sleep. And these are kind of important. These are very important times. I believe that from the time your wakefulness to sleep, whatever's going on between that time, that 5 or 10 minute period that it takes to go to sleep, when you're getting into sleep state, is the best time to manifest what you want for the next day. So those thoughts for me are always uh, uh, really good thoughts. Mostly, my thoughts are about helping people, bringing the people in that need the type of work that I do, and to bring in that business, and for healing for myself and my family and my friends. But um, so yeah, we can do that's a whole nother, I guess, segment on that trans that you have, because there's two transitions, from wake to sleep and then from sleep to wake, right?
Right.
Dream state. What thoughts have been waking you up? That's another thing too. Thoughts can wake you up.
And if it's, you're saying, what is your mind doing when you wake up? It just depends. Because, like you said, what is your thought when you wake up? I get messages. If I get something that is profound first thing in the morning, I just have to keep saying that over and over again until I write it down or till I record it. And one of the things that happened, as it happened in a dream, but they reminded me as soon as I woke up, you are second to no one. Remember that. You are second to no one.
I
No
like
one is
that.
above you. No one's first before you. You are second to no one. And they kept saying it in a dream. And it was funny because I was saying I was okay with it. And I was hanging out with a female. And then every guy I walked by said, "You are second to no one." Every single guy I walked by. And there were a few. I'm just saying. And so that's one of the things like that happen that I have to say first thing in the morning. There's been so many things. Music, that's the first thing in my head when I wake up. I have to write it down. And usually when I get that information is for a certain person.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's for the collective. It just depends. But I never know what I'm going to wake up thinking or doing. That's why, you know, the first breath, if my mind is on something else as I'm waking, and sometimes it's like, I got to get to the restroom. Yes, there's that too. but but we all have our different ways of doing it. So I don't know what you get. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Victor says, my mind is like, hey, Victor, wake up. But my autism brain is like, ding, 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 ding. Jokes aside, he says.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Get up, Victor.
Who invented
Um,
autistic Muppets? Stim Henson. Crying at hell. Okay. He's
uh,
laughing.
yeah, it it's important. This is some, like I said, this is just a very simple spiritual practice that will really just set your tone for the day. And it's just being awareness, bringing these types of things to, people's awareness. It's just stuff I don't feel that we're taught. We're just not taught enough about it. We're taught how, that we're supposed to do it, that it's for the nervous system and da 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 da, but we don't really ever focus on that first, breath of coming out of our dream state. And I feel like you have such profound experiences because you are a conduit. And if they're going to come to you, is going to be during your dream state, because you have a different you prefer, maybe you go to a different realm. I don't know, it seems that way, it feels that way to me, for you psyches that are also conduits, because your dreams are really intense, Julie. You have some really cool dreams, and then you can remember them to the T, verbatim.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right there. You remember every detail. You remember every number they give you.
Yeah. And now I'm getting names. Um, when I lay down for a nap yesterday, I woke up seeing 36 Erica with the C, not a K, reading. 36 Erica reading. I wrote it down. Not sure where that is, what that means yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you condoms are very fascinating. I love hearing about your guys' dreams. I really do. I have you, I have Ann, and I have Yogi Josh. Just incredible dreams. Um, not I'm just I rarely dream. I hardly ever dream, but when I do, they're good. They're really good. I really enjoy them. But I'm just not one to remember my dreams, and I do believe I do that on purpose. So, um, and they've shown me why. They've shown me why. I've learned why.
I like
Uh,
it. Ringtone.
oh, thank you. Uh, Let me see, where were we at? You just don't want to wake up to do things. You want to wake up to be yourself,
Yes.
your true, authentic self. Awareness spreads into everything you do all day. Walking. Julie loves to walk.
Mm-hmm.
In your eating, awareness and eating. What are you eating? Is it good for the body? What does this feed? And just speaking, your awareness to speaking, your tone, what you're saying, what you're putting out there. Didn't someone comment about that? They said something about that too. I think there was a comment
It's
talking
probably been
about,
a little while.
yeah, your whole entire day shifts from rushing and da 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 and da 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 in the brain to just being present.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the type of things that you'll notice if when you're doing this kind of oh, morning ritual. And then like get a ritual, just like, I don't know, morning conscious activation, whatever you want to call it, just put it out there and just try it. You guys try it for like a week or two. And I promise you, I'm sure that you guys will comment on it. We already have Jess who's been practicing this. I think she said for 2 years or 3 years. One of the something like that,
Yeah, I think too.
2 years. So and she's a mom. She's a mom and she's busy. And I guarantee you this has helped her a lot with her mornings, because I'm sure mornings in her home can get pretty crazy. Doesn't she have a child that has autism too?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or
What?
or
Yeah. What?
needs assistance, but yeah,
Mhm,
not
mhm.
physical. I would say.
But I could just imagine how much this has helped her with her mothering, being a mother to, these types of energy, these children that have these kind of energy, and being able to help them learn these tools. They're very lucky to have such an in tuned mom at such a young age. You're ahead of the program, I have to say, for sure, Jess.
Yes.
Um, hmm I really think it's awesome. Um, Let me see. A good morning conscious activation. But we could put something together here really quick. Eyes stay closed, hand on heart, or hand on heart and belly. Deep breath in. Just notice the breath when you wake up. And think of one thing you're grateful for. And it could just be its breath, just for the day. That's what I do. I'm just so grateful to wake up and be here and have another day. Or how about this? Today, my spirit leads. Not my ego, my spirit. Try it tomorrow, you guys, and report back and let us know. Try it for a week or two and then report back to us and let us know how you're feeling.
And Michael says my son have it has it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. So I could. Have you ever do you teach your son breathing techniques, or what you do, or is it just something that you do for yourself, Jess?
That wasn't Jess. This is Michael Rodriguez.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, hi. Hi, Michael. How are you? How's it going? I see you out there doing your thing, Michael. I see ya. He goes live a lot too. He goes around and gives gifts.
Oh,
Yeah. Cannabis gifts.
oh,
Yeah. Boxes and stuff. Yeah. And everything's donated to him, I believe. Yeah. I don't think he cares. I don't think he works for a particular brand. But yeah, he does a lot of good work out there. And he's very disabled too. He was shot. His face was like shot off. Part of
oh.
his face is missing. Yeah. So he's had his struggles too. Um, you know, in breath is silence, and let that be the teacher.
Yeah.
Just sit. Here's another thing, just sit for 30 seconds in gratitude, in breath, when you first wake up. Just, silence, just presence. Try it and see. It helps a lot. Um, what else? I'm looking through my notes here. Okay, so here I got some notes right here. So first breath equals first alignment. Wake with awareness, inhale life, exhale resistance. The day reflects your first breath. The first breath of the day determines your inner state. Choose peace before chaos. Choose awareness before habit. So
Mm.
that's
Like,
what I wrote for a closing statement. I also wrote another thing for a closing statement too, but I can use this one for later.
okay, we've got a little bit of time, so
Yeah, we do. So I mean, I want to be kind of we can still keep talking about this topic. I mean, I knew this probably wasn't going to go the whole full 2 hours because you can only talk about breath for so long, you know.
I mean, teaching kids the Lamaze and teaching my sons that seemed to help them. I don't know if they retained it. I don't think my son had, my middle son has. But when my grandson went through a lot of problems, I talked to him about breathing too. And I know his dad was in on it as far as just relax, just breathe, concentrate on your breath, then the pain eases. It might not go away completely, but when you're concentrating on breathing, on living, uh, the rest seems to dissipate slowly.
When like when I broke my foot,
Yes.
that was there's an example right there. When I broke my foot, I never shed a tear, and it hurt. Oh, did it hurt?
And it was hard, like you just said, you just did the kind of painful sigh and chuckle with it, but you were starting to breathe. But after you got done with that, you probably
You're
started.
able to release that tension, that pain. That's what I did. I had to stay calm and cool. I had my grandson with me. I was not going to torment or traumatize this child. It wasn't going to happen. And I'm telling you, because of my practice of giving birth on, completely natural, that was the practice. That practice gave me the practice I needed to be able to control myself under that kind of stress through breath. And by doing that, I was able to relax my body enough
Mhm.
so that my hormones, my pain hormones, were able to release. You have opiate receptors. Your body naturally makes opiate and cannabinoids. So I was able to relax it enough to be able to have that to come and flow through my body and help with the pain. And it did. I was able to get through it. I didn't have any medicine on me. Well, I did, but it was in the car, and that was a long haul. So, anyways, I made it through the day. And once I did get to my car, I was able to get myself some kratom and some CBD. It got us home without me very minimal pain. So that helped a lot. But yes, breath is everything for us, you guys. It really is. So I guess we can kind of close this subject. The first breath is your sacred invitation, you guys. Life is waiting every morning to meet you, but it can only meet you where you wake up at.
Mhm.
So tomorrow morning, catch the first breath and let us know how your soul responds, your spirit. I'm trying to not say soul anymore, you guys, where your spirit responds. So I'm going to call this forward on one of our next shows and share with us what your experience was, maybe from this week to next Tuesday. And then when we open up next Tuesday, we'll talk about and see if anyone, if this brought anyone any peace throughout your day, or if you even notice it has set your tone different.
Yeah, I will definitely look into Tasha. Yes. Oh, speaking of, tomorrow there's will be a guy on that I'm interviewing, Kevin Blaze. He's been on this show. He's on Tuesday night classes. He comes on Friday show. So please come and watch Kevin. I I have his bio. I have all the stuff. I'm going to go through it, but I know he's a very remarkable person. I haven't heard his full story yet, so I'm looking forward to that.
What does he
And
do?
he, well, he right now his job, his work, uh, is with, I'm not sure if it's disabled. No, it's not disabled. The symbol is butterfly, and I'm not sure if he's helping people with how do I say it nicely, um, mental issues or other issues. But it's a, I don't know if it's not for profit, but it's definitely a service oriented um, job that he has. So he's helping a lot of people. So getting the information on that too. And checking with him on breath. He's not in today because he has tomorrow off. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, he's just hilarious. He loves joking. When KK comes on, they're always about horse jokes and stuff. So I never know whether I'm going to get a guy um, who's stoic or a comedian, and then most likely it's going to be comedian because he is hilarious. He does have very long hair. He wears a lot of tie dye T-shirts. He This is just what I observed of him, and he used to do T-shirts, I guess, and he's very knowledgeable about tie dye. So if you have questions about tie dye, I'm sure he can answer that too. But yeah, he's very unique. Yeah, Kevin.
Sounds very interesting. I see that.
See that what?
I see that basic rules with, oh wait, let me see, doing a lot of qigong to start the morning to warm up the body. I like that, Victor. Um, I am also doing qigong. I'm starting it too. I just I'm mastering the qigong walk.
Oh,
Hmm. Hmm. I practiced it not all day yesterday, but I did practice it for quite a while yesterday evening. I went out to Cave Creek. My husband and I stayed out there for the night. We took our motorcycle out and rode all day yesterday out in Cave Creek, all into the Cave Creek Mountains, and we're going to get rid of it. So we took it out for one last spin.
aw.
Yeah, we're good. It doesn't have, it's not in our life right now. We do enjoy it. We have a lot of fun riding the motorcycle, but it's just, there's no need for it. We got to get rid of it. We're getting rid of quite a few things. We're downsizing a lot. We just don't have time for it. So get rid of it. It's got to go. We're going to get rid of a lot of stuff. So uh, we took it out and we went to Cave Creek. We ended up staying the night out there. I've always wanted to,
Oh,
those houses up on the top of the hill up there in Cave Creek. They have all those hills, those mountains up there, and
yeah,
there's all those beautiful, beautiful, huge homes out up there on top of the hills. Well,
yeah.
one of them has a casita that you can rent. And
Oh,
I've always
wow.
wondered what it was like to be up in those hills. I wanted to feel that. You can take the motorcycle and you can get the energies. You can do a little bit of foraging, and that's all great and dandy. But to actually sleep in those mountains, I wanted that experience. So we did it. So we stayed in a casita. It was so amazing. The energies were a lot. Even my husband felt them, and I'm like, oh. I thought that was kind of cool, but he falls asleep really early. So, and I had to be quiet, so I just started practicing my qigong walk. Did it for like an
Wow.
hour and a half, yeah. But the walk's important in qigong. When you master the walk, because that brings in your whole a style of movement that you're going to do once you learn how to bring in the energy with your hands. So, yeah, I have a really good teacher. I really like him. So, yeah. I don't know, Victor, have you mastered your qigong walk? I'm just kind of curious. But I love it. I love the qigong. the Tai Chi's fun, all of it. I really
I
enjoy it.
love Tai Chi.
Yep.
I
Hmm.
took it a class at the community college here. The teacher was great, the instructor was great, but I loved it, and I loved doing it to Enya. That's my favorite um, person to do it to. I mean, her music. I mean,
Mm, mm, hmm.
because it
Yeah,
wasn't typical, yet it flows so nice.
it does. It does. I really like it. Yeah, it is training for your equilibrium. I totally agree with you on that. As you guys know, to stop running, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is that what I'm being called to do as far as exercise throughout the rest of my 50s. I've only got a few years left here in my 50s, and I am very excited about mastering new exercises and practices. Um, I know that yoga and all this stuff can really make you strong. So, like balancing, yeah, balancing is hard. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I fell a few times, more than a few times, trying to hold a stand for more than I always try. There we go. Another thing with my qigong and tai chi, I every stand, every move that I learn, I try to hold it or do it for 3 breaths. 3 breaths. Everything I do is through 3 breaths. And then from there, I increase it to 5 breaths, 7 breaths, 8 breaths, 10 breaths to hold a pose or a move or whatever we're doing. Again, that's where breath comes in for me again, you guys.
And all of those are about breathing. Yoga,
Mm-hmm.
Tai Chi,
Mm-hmm.
Qigong, all about breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
All about
our,
breathing.
yeah, our instructor, even though you're moving your body, you're flowing the air through your body at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And you have to breathe in and out at different intervals. And it
Mm-hmm.
gets to be where it's so, the, the word popped in, musical, to do this.
It's
So,
like a symphony, yeah, a symphony that
yes.
just all harmonizes peacefully inside of you. So I've never been one the type of person, because the reason why I can't have epidurals during birth is because I have a knot in my spine. So no
Ooh,
anesthesiologist will touch me. Um, so
that just hurts hearing it.
yeah, who knows? Maybe it's a novice parasite. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's gone. I don't know. I hope I never find out. I mean, if it's gone, it's great, but I don't ever want to have an epidural for any reason, because for one, I'm not giving birth anymore. But anyways, I've never been able to go forward and put my hands on the ground. A bend over. What do you call that? A back, not a back bend, but when you go
No,
forward.
forward. Yeah.
Forward bend, yeah. And I've never been that person. And now I'm able to take my hands, go to the ground, and grab the back of my ankles. That's how
Ah,
flexible I've gotten now. Now, through doing yoga, Tai Chi, and all these practices, I'm able to do that. Never able to do that in my life. And it was done through breath. First breath, I just sit that where I can. The second breath brings you down a little bit lower. The third breath, even a little bit more lower. The fourth breath, even lower. And then each time you do it, I'd get lower and lower, and you'd be able to do more breaths and more breaths. And now I'm able to stand there completely bent over. Mind you, my hands touching my ankles to the ground, and pretty much my nose is almost touching my knees, and I can hold it for 10 breaths. And that's an accomplishment for me, because that's something I didn't ever think I'd ever be able to do.
now
So
can you do back bends at all?
I can't go all the way back, but I do back bends. I've been doing those my whole life. On the wall, I back bend to the
Oh,
wall,
okay.
just for the spine, because I've always known to keep your spine flexible. And then I am able to pop myself back up. I can only hold it where I can go as far down as I can. And right now I can only hold it for like 5 breaths. But I am working on that. And I'm doing that on the wall. I walk my hand down the wall. So I used to be the type of person who could do a back bend and flip my legs over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that when I was younger. So never could go forward, but I could always go backwards.
Yeah, see me, I can go forward easily. I can put my palms down on the ground, not a problem. But going backwards, not much.
Yeah,
Not much.
see, I've been able to
More
do
and
that.
more.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been working on it, so it's more and more. But still, I've got to work
I
on that
used to
more.
be able to stand on my hands, stand on my head. There's all kinds of stuff I used to be able to do when I was up until I was probably about 30. I was able to do all this stuff, but then of course, motherhood and everything else. I started running, and
Hi, Miss KK.
KK's here. Good morning,
Hello, Carrie.
good day. So yes, I'm hoping with this new workouts that I've been doing. Oh, I already have a client. Oh shoot! Hold on, you guys.
It's early.
I know, but darn. Hold on, let me go help him. Hold on a minute.
Okay. Claudine, speck of popping, I popped out my back, heard the massive crack of it. Felt so good. Okay. And recently, I came across where where a girl is on her knees, backed up to the wall, and she puts her um, legs up on the wall, bended knee, and she pushes up, and it cracks her back. And that's what I'm going to try next. You can see so many of exercises and different things. Some's qigong, some tai chi on YouTube and all. Just be careful with those. And yeah, they look real and like the people know what they're doing, but you just want to make sure what's right for your body. So be careful with that. Definitely work on the breath though. The breath is so good. Even push-ups. You do your breath. You either breathe out or breathe in depending on what exercise you're doing. And I know as a runner, I've worked on my breathing, 4 in, 4 out, but I have to retrain myself some more because until I can relax, and I'm starting to do that when I'm running, and really just relax and go with the flow. I thought I was doing that, but no, I found out I need to do a lot of work on that. But breathing is very, very important. You don't want to overstrain your muscles by not breathing correctly. So I don't know if she's coming back.
Yeah.
Yep, she's
Not at everybody. She went off on my mom's or the other.
so. We'll talk in a few minutes.
She's not doing it, I think.
Close it out or what she wants to do, but how are you guys doing with your stuff? KK, we were talking about breath today, all day long, and different things going through pregnancy with breathing and how we got through that. So please go back and listen. If there's something you need to learn, if there was something you needed to hear, hopefully you'll find it. Jess was here earlier talking about different things and what she's going through.
Right now,
And we got Victor in here right now.
going on.
And I love this.
Oh, knowing the time towards the end.
Too bad she here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get back in the school.
I'll take care of this. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, she's not gone. I just turned off her mic and her video currently. I'm keeping an eye on her to see when she comes back. But this way we don't have to listen to them. So, is there anything that happened? Oh, here she's back. She's back. There she is. You
Sorry,
a little
guys.
noisy.
I'm sorry, but yeah, he's heading out, and I forgot all about it. He's heading out. He's flying out.
Oh,
So, yeah, he told me he was going to stop in 15 minutes early if that was okay, because he was going to be doing my live. Because I know you'll be there.
Yeah, it took me a while to turn off your mic because it was kind of loud. He's got a nice deep voice.
I'm sorry, you guys. But anyways, that was really quick. So he knew what he wanted. He's a regular.
Good,
He
good.
couldn't leave. He couldn't leave the state without his medicine, his mushrooms, because he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Yep. And his pet CBD. Remember, you guys, I do pets too. So
Yep.
I do the fur babies.
Have you
So
ever made anything for horses?
oh, I can do horses. Yes, I can. It's just dosing. It's just dosing. But as far as me like making horses, no. What I do is people who have horses, then they get a custom order.
Okay.
Could you imagine what that tincture is, how strong that tincture is when it comes to a horse? Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
vitamin K.
Every animal has an endocannabinoid system. So yes, they can, every being does. So yeah, I'm able to dose them. But I do believe that there are some specialists out there that do. I heard there. I've met two. They just cannabis with the horses, so they dose.
Wow.
They dose. Yeah, yeah. So I have met two of them. In the past, 15 of me doing this. So, but yeah, I've done a horse before. I've done sheeps. I've done turtles. I've helped animals with constipation. That's a big one. Yeah. But yeah, no, I can help people. If you guys have fur babies out there and you guys need help with dosing or some medicine, I do that too. The animals was what really helped me mostly get into my career. By dosing and working with animals, I was really trying to go that route. But then once the animals were feeling good and the owners realized, oh my gosh, this stuff really works, then they wanted, they're like, give me some. Okay, what do we got? Too bad in Sweden we are not allowed with cannabis, but I hope we will get
Popped out my
new
back.
rules where we don't have. Oh, yeah, that's why can't cannabis, those are our born given rights. There's no reason for them to be able to illegalize anything. And not only that, but what it's going to take for you guys to get your born given rights back, get that out of prohibition. And the reason why it's in prohibition is because of America, because what happens in America happens everywhere else. Oh,
No,
sorry.
not exactly, especially in Europe. Remember, Europe does not allow 260 chemicals and compounds that America puts in their food. So it's not quite that crazy, but if they would
people
follow,
do speak up. Yeah, their people do,
Yeah.
but you just got to get a group of people together and fight the good fight, advocates. And I was an advocate for cannabis for many, many, many years till we got together and we helped change the laws. And we were able to do that by writing the initiatives, it was a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, but we got it done here in our state. Now we are the only state where in our initiative where we're allowed to grow up to 15 plants. I'm sorry, 12 plants, 6 per person. That's pretty damn decent. And we did
Yeah.
that was for a reason why we did that. A big, and it's a good thing, and it's becoming a good thing because as time goes by, they're realizing how the dispensary weed is making them sick. Dispensary,
Yes.
and I will say this loudly so the ones in the back can hear. It's trash.
It is.
Dispensary weed, dispensary medicine is trash. It will make you more sick. So I'm just saying that.
Yeah. There was something that was just profound about it. Oh, yes. Remember, Denmark, Amsterdam, they have decriminalized pot, especially. They have sections where it's free to smoke and go about your life, not a problem. Now, Portugal, they have decriminalized all drugs. That's
I've
Portugal.
educated on Portugal. I love their program. They actually have a program. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Portugal really doesn't have any addicts. They don't have any drug addicts. They don't have any alcoholics. They don't, not too much, because they implemented the program. What is that again? The program where they're able to go in and they can do as much drugs as they want. Oh, what is those called? Injection sites. They're able to go into facilities where doctors and nurses give them their drugs, whatever it is they want. So they're done safely. And they get to do that until either they kill themselves, or most of the time, 90% success rate of them getting off of the drugs. And they have a society, they have a community for them to go into. If they go into, when they go into this community, they get housing, they get food, and guess what? They get a job. Even if they have a felon, even if they don't demonize, criminalize, and bring their people down when they are in these types of situations. They bring them up through a community, and when the out there give them a job, they get a huge tax break. So if anyone's doing it right, it's Portugal. They have a great program. And I know we've tried to bring that here in America, and it was a bad deal.
Right. We need to do it on a state basis. Work on per state, and then I think it'll work.
And it needs to be a program that is ran not by the government. The government cannot be involved in this. Absolutely not. It's done by the community. The community puts this together and starts to help their mentally ill and they're addictive. Yeah. No criminalizing them, no demonizing them, none of that. That all has to stop. So,
but I do want to go back to what KK wrote. I've heard you can set out a bunch of different herbs in front of a horse, and they will pick the ones they need. I want to try that. Yes.
Most animals can do that. It's not just horses. Cats do it. Dogs do it. And I know
most dogs. As long as you bring up a dog right, but don't just give them anything they want, because then they get lazy and they just want what tastes good, not what's good for them. Believe me, they can be human-like at times. I know because I've watched it happen.
Yes, yeah, indeed. They can get bad habits just like humans. But have you guys ever thought about, like, how are dogs or how are our animals getting our diseases?
Exactly.
I mean, like, I heard someone tell me their dog has Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Oh my!
My dog has Alzheimer's. What the heck?
The first dog we had to help pass over, she had Alzheimer's. She did, or dementia. She had dementia.
Oh, look at that. Now dementia.
Yeah. Well, Alzheimer's is a dementia, but yeah, she had dementia. And the doctor, my husband says, oh, we got to do something to help her, to make her better. And I go, I don't think there's a way. And we called the doctor, and he goes, well, she has dementia. And it's like, and I looked at my husband and I said, she's not getting back from this. And she was in pain constantly. So it's like, it's time.
But it's insane, you guys. It's just insane to me that our animals, now our fur babies, what I like to call them, have our diseases. Diabetes, autoimmune diseases. This is ridiculous.
Cancers.
Cancer. This is ridiculous. What are we doing to cause this? Because trust me, this stuff wasn't around in the 1930s. We didn't even have all these diseases in the 1930s. After 1937 is when all of this started, when Prohibition started. So
yeah, and it's not just diseases, it is conditions. Like I was talking to Victor the other day. They didn't even, when I was a kid, autism wasn't even spoken of. They didn't know anything about that. They didn't have a name for that. I mean, yeah, there's so many things that have happened.
Aphrasic. They called it aphrasic. I know it, but I'm telling you, they did because it wasn't Down syndrome.
No.
Mm-mm. But what they used to call it, because my brother had it, and they called him it was what they called aphrasic, and I was just like, no. I mean, to me, I believe on as far as what I know and what I've learned about autism and stuff, I believe that it was given through the vaccinations, or they're through the vax somehow, and either you have this reaction or you don't. Hopefully I'm proven wrong and it's just something that we're born with, but I do believe whatever they've done, the government put this on us, and it hopefully has backfired on them, because now I feel that autistic people are the precursor of the future human, because they have so many gifts that we just don't have, and they're able to live more in the present. I believe it's kind of a natural state of mind for them, being in the present. I don't. We're gonna do Ann and I and Victor. We're gonna do a whole show on autism one day. We're trying to figure that out.
Good. Very good.
It's hard because of all of our time change, all of our times. It's really difficult.
Yeah. Sweden, US, Mountain Standard, US, and then Australia.
Australia,
Wow.
yeah. And then we've got a 2-hour difference in America between Victor and I. So all those
2-hour difference. Oh, it's one now.
One hour. Okay. If we can, okay, you're right. That's right. We just had daylight savings. That's right. We don't celebrate here in Arizona. So, well, even though I did have a family member who insisted that we needed to do it, and I'm like, no.
You've been here 35 years and you don't
We've been here
realize it?
35 years and we've never done it. But yeah, this particular, I was just like, okay, what are we on today?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah, and what KK was saying, that the animals are natural healers and take on human ailments. Most of all, my parents' dogs acquire cancer, yet there isn't one single case of cancer discovered in animals in the wild. As you were talking about,
you.
it is what is put in the food, people. And 260 compounds and chemicals are not in Europe. I'm just saying.
And we're giving our animals pharmaceuticals, witchcraft
Yes.
medicine. That is witchcraft at its finest, is our pharmaceuticals.
And it's not a good witchcraft. Real, true witchcraft is
No.
all organic, earthbound. I mean, it's just
That's not even witchcraft. That is
not-
Gaia's bet. Witchcraft is
Exactly,
what comes
but-
from the deep state. Anything the deep state puts out there, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, those are our enemies. They are the one who puts the poisons on us. That they practice witchcraft. They're the ones. They're the ones who run around all naked and crazy on the full moons, not us.
right.
Doing
And
their-
I don't think witchcraft is the right way, because we're so, the Wiccan people and all that do things right and do
That's
no
different.
harm.
Yes,
But that
they're-
is positive witchcraft, not this
that's like
witch demonic craft or something.
yeah, no, theirs is the
Anticraft.
that's their word, witchcraft, because they're the ones who demonized us who are
Yes.
witches. And white witches, whatever you want to call it. It is proper medicine. We are proper medicine. They're the ones who labeled it witchcraft, but they're the ones who are actually doing the dark witchcraft, not us. Yeah. And again, I just, don't get me started on that tantrum, because you know me, I will not stop ever singing that song. They're wicked as can be. And they're all criminals.
Wicked craft.
Wicked craft.
Craft. That's what it is. It's wicked craft.
Oh, yes, Victor.
I'm
it's
not
all
talking about the movie Wicked. No, it has nothing to do with the movie Wicked.
Mm-mm. No, I get the whole, I've been labeled by so many people and, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you know what I call myself? If I have to put myself in any kind of category, an alchemist. That's just,
Yeah.
yeah, I am a master alchemist. We all are. All of us are. It's not just me. We're all gifted in this way.
Yeah.
Um,
Friday for me. That's what he's saying. Friday for me.
it's all about planning. Yes, it's all about planning. And like I said, Victor, and as soon as Anne gets done with this, this thing that she's got going on with work, she's got to work full week straight. I haven't heard much from her at all. Like the first week I did a little bit, and now it's just like she's just fallen off this face of the earth.
Yeah. And
I'm,
Tommy J from Australia is in. Hi, and thank you, ladies, for cool, truthful, educational channel from Melbourne, Australia. He's from
oh,
Melbourne.
Melbourne,
So where's Ann at?
Palm Beach. She talks about Melbourne though.
Okay. I don't know where Palm Beach is compared to Melbourne. I'll have to
It,
look at that later.
it's uh, south of Queensland is what they say. I might be saying this wrong, but okay. So, how close are you to Uluru? Melbourne, isn't Melbourne pretty close to Uluru? Just curious.
Love that, Don.
Um,
What?
okay, I just reading
Lady?
Victor. Yeah, I just got to say, I'm so glad that this past week is over with. Oh, the month of October is rough. It's just a rough month because of all the stuff that happens with Halloween and stuff. I don't do Halloween, you guys. I'm aware of what that holiday means. And I'll tell you what, I had a lot of hocus pocus stuff going on last week, big time. I'm just so glad it's over with. I'm telling you, all week I was saying abracadabra, abracadabra, hocus pocus. A lot of weird stuff was going on. For example, on my phone, I got a message and it was saying that on my message, it was from my bank, a fraud alert. It came
Yeah.
in 2 different times. The third time it came in through a different phone number, which was a 602 area code, which is a normal area code here. I had a feeling, I'm like, no, there's something going on here. This is very strange. I pressed that number that was the 602 and I can show you on my phone, you can see it. And it has a message from my bank telling me that I have a fraud alert.
Yeah.
When I pressed that number, it was a client of mine.
What? The
Yep.
client of yours was trying to get money from you?
No. I don't know what happened. It was hocus pocus. I'm telling you, it was all
Oh,
hocus
wow.
pocus last week. Let me see if I can get it. You can see what I'm talking about. I'll give you the visual. But this was stuff that was happening to me all last week. So I'm so glad that Halloween's over with and we're going into fall. I love these energies so much better.
Gold Coast is where Palm Beach is. Gold Coast.
There we go.
It's only $1,203 from here, and it takes 22 hours and
Oh, I
30
deleted
minutes.
everything. I deleted it all. But anyways, it was, yeah. And then it would say that it was the bank calling for fraud. It came from a 602 number. I went ahead and pressed that number and it was my client. I'm working with a new client, you guys, and she's super fascinating. She was shot. There was a shooting at the mall last year, right down the street from where my facility is. And she took a bullet in the mouth right here. It hit her. And then they got it out. They pulled it out. These her 3 wisdom teeth right here, not wisdom, but molars, these 3 molars, it landed right here. It
Ooh,
went through the seat, the car seat, the back, the whatever, the headrest, got her here, went through her mouth, and then landed right here. And they pulled out the bullet. And she remembers she was awake through the whole entire thing. They couldn't put her to sleep.
wow.
Pulled the bullet out. And anyways, now I am counseling her whole entire family now. So, and I got a phone call from her dad yesterday saying that he has never seen his daughter so happy. And she's changed. He said, whatever I did or whatever her and I did during our consultation, her light's back on. So,
Good.
mhm. I know. I'm really excited to work with her. There's a lot of work to do there. There's a lot of trauma, a lot of severe trauma of that situation. I mean, think about it, Judy. She still lives on this. She lives in Peoria. She has to drive by that incident. That the mall's right there.
The area all the time. Yeah.
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 So, and I get that because my father was killed right from where my grandma's home was. So I know that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it is about that time at 8 minutes after 10. However, we started a little late. So thank you guys for coming in. I'm going to remind you today that tonight we have the psychic class. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. Because I haven't been advertising that today. That is, and I'm going to do Mountain Standard Time, which is 8 hours from now, is the start. And that would be from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. For those on the West Coast in Pacific Standard Time, that finally went back to where they belong. More ways than one. That'll be at 5 to 7. And Central Time, it is 7 to 9. And East Coast is 8 to 10. Okay? Hopefully that helps all of you. And that is tonight's free Zoom psychic class. Love to have you all in there. Wade, I know you've left. KK, hopefully you'll come in. We saw her last night. We had the special class last night, and we're going to be doing something special in December. As soon as I get all that information, I will have that for you guys. And oh, wow, look who just dropped in. Hello, Don. And I don't know what you wrote. Talk about psychic. Wow. So that's tonight. Tomorrow will be Kevin Blaze, and I will be on tomorrow morning on communication and connections. Connect, share, and inspire. That's the tagline. And tomorrow evening will be Dawn and Angie. And that's at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. On Thursday, Dawn, do you and Shauna do it on Thursday? I haven't seen anything pop up for me. So are you doing anything? Everyone is invited, even international folks. There are geographic boundaries. There are no geographic boundaries to the class. Yes, exactly. We've had people from India come in and all. So again, that's in 8 hours. I don't know what time that would be for you guys, but at least you get an idea of when it starts. Okay. I don't know about Thursday. Friday, I will be back with Scott and the Gabriel Project. Friday evening is Bonnie and Sarah on Friday Night Live Happy Hour. And Saturday morning, Susan will be taking off. She will only be doing the first Saturday of the month. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Shauna and I plan to get back to it this Thursday or next. Well, hopefully it is this Thursday. I love their energy together. I love Angie and Don's energy together too. And all of ours, anyway, together as a community. So hope to see them then. Sunday is Jess and Bonnie at, I don't know if you're going to do it at 11 still or what time you're going to do it. but 11 Mountain Standard Time is when they normally. Oh, and Monday, you're not with Ann on Mondays yet, right?
Monday. Oh, we'll get back. I don't know. We were off, I think, for another 2 weeks or so, and then we'll be back at it on Monday. I don't know. She might surprise me and want to go live this coming Monday. I don't know. We're just kind of going with it, on how she's feeling. But no stress. But as far as I know, if we go on, great. If we don't, then hey, we're going to be off for another 2 weeks, I believe. And
Okay.
yeah, just remember, you guys, your homework that I gave you. So tomorrow morning, catch the first breath and let me know how your spirit responds next week, you guys. All right?
And also your first thought too, what your mind's
Yeah.
doing at the time.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Anything special this week that's
No,
going on with you?
nope. I'm just focusing on my new products and getting them on my website and all that stuff. So on one of our lives coming up, I will have a bunch of new products for us, and we'll go over those. And looking forward to doing that with you guys.
Okay, and this is her website. And please go there because you'll see a lot of them. Also, follow and subscribe, like and follow all of those things,
All that fun stuff.
and share, and you'll get pop-ups of her new products that she's doing and promoting. So
Yes.
you'll get to see it. And she also, you are writing right next to you are magazines. Did you
I
want to
still
grab
write
one?
for the magazine. Yes, they did. A new owner took over and she contacted me, and you just reminded me I got to do an article like right now. So yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. I will see you next time, hopefully tonight and tomorrow morning. Have a great one. Talk
Bye-bye.
to you later. Oh, speaking of Kevin, welcome in, Kevin. I will see you soon, hopefully tonight and tomorrow.
Yes. Have an amazing day, Kevin.
Have a great one. And let's see, we are out of here. Oops.